Hi everyone, very nice that you're joining this evening for a full yin yoga practice for all levels. Also about the breath and to really just get cozy and to come home with yourself. You need some blankets, it's really nice, some blocks or some books if you have, and maybe a nice big pillow or a bolster if you have. And maybe you just want to make your favorite cup of tea. I have a nice ginger tea here. And it's nice for this kind of yin yoga practice to really make sure you're completely comfortable, that you don't have to leave your mat anymore for the coming 1 hour and 50 minutes. For this practice, I also wear my socks because I tend to always get a bit cold feet, and I have an extra layer. So I keep myself warm because at yin yoga practice, we sometimes cool down a little bit. It's a very cooling practice, while the vinyasa flow is a very heating practice. So it's heating from the inside, and here we're just calming down. And for a lot of people, that means that your body temperature also drops a little bit. So make sure you have warm clothes, blankets, nice bolster, and maybe if you want also a nice cup of tea. But you don't, of course, have to do that. Maybe it's early in the morning when you practice this, but this, when we record it now, it's Wednesday evening. So let's get started. Hop on your mat. I'm going to start with some pranayama, and I'm going to guide you into this pranayama practice, so you can just lay down onto your back. So remove the props, make space for your body to lay down, and maybe even use already your blankets or your bolster to lay down. Very comfortable. And then give yourself a nice sigh. So deep inhale and exhale. Inhale deep and exhale with a sigh. So do that a couple of more times if you want, because this is where I'm going to start with this sigh. The sigh is actually a very natural pranayama. Pranayama is, if you are familiar with the Patanjali's eightfold path, it's the 5th step, if I'm right. And then the pranayama is it's the 4th actually, yeah, the 4th, the 4th step. And the pranayama is, I really see it as the connection with the heart, as the heart has a connection with the lower part of the chakras and the upper part of the chakras. And pranayama, related also to the air, the element air, is relating the first steps of the Patanjali's eightfold path with the last step. So it's actually in the center, and the breath, the pranayama, it's the control of energy, the control of breath, is also connecting the outside world with your inside world. So the breath has a very connective quality. So if we're talking about pranayama, it's the control of the breath, it's the control of energy, and it's also the control of connection. To make that step again, to choose for connections, not to choose for, I don't know what I'm going to do and I will see. No, to actually take yourself by the hand and say, okay, I want to feel myself. So this sigh is the very natural form of pranayama. You all know that, I think, when you come home late at night after a busy day, and you just land on your couch, you make that sound of and that's a really natural way of the body to calm down, to relax. So we're going to play a little bit with that sigh sound during the practice. But for now, I hope you're already getting really comfortable laying down on your back, closing the eyes, and just breathe normal. But sometimes when there's automatically comes a sigh, go for it. Relaxing the eyes, the nose, the cheeks. Relaxing the shoulders, your hands. Relaxing the belly, the buttocks, the thighs. Relaxing the knees. Relaxing the legs, the feet, the ankles, the toes. And just breathe natural. But when there's a sigh wants to come up, really enjoy that sigh because it's helping the body and the mind to arrive, to just drop all the things from today and entering in this present moment. It also can help you to feel the body again. As we sometimes get caught in our mind, the sigh can help us to actually remind us that we have a body and that we can come home or have a sense of coming home in the body. So I'm going to guide you through a little bit of pranayama, a guided breath control journey. And you cannot go wrong. You're just going to try to follow my counting. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to count first till 4. So you're going to breathe in for 4 counts. And then you're also going to breathe out for 4 counts. But then soon after that, I will count the exhale a little bit longer. So the inhale stays 4 counts, but the exhale goes from 4 till 5, till 6, till 7, and maybe we'll see, maybe even till 8. And that's really to calm down the nervous system. When we make the exhale a little bit longer, the body goes more into this parasympathetic system. I'm not sure if I say it the right way, but it's that the nervous system can really calm down. And this is what we need also, because we're so active and we're in this more like active nervous system. So if anything at your home is not comfortable, you just stay with your own rhythm. So if 4 counts in and 6 times out is actually the perfect rhythm for you today, then stay with that rhythm and just leave what you hear in what I'm saying. So just stick with your own breath. It's always better than just to follow someone when it doesn't feel good. If it does feel good and you want to give it a try, then just follow me. Maybe you want to place one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your diaphragm, to even get more connection with the breath. Relaxing the eyes, the face, the cheeks. Relaxing the jaw. And then wherever you are with your breath, exhale. And breathe in for 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just breathe normal. So I hope at least this exercise brought you to a deeper connection with yourself. So let's go into our first yin yoga pose. But maybe you want to just make a couple of movements before we immediately go into that pose. So just bring your knees into the chest and rock a little bit from left to right. Make some nice movements. And then slowly roll onto your side. Bringing the knees a little bit in, really rounding the spine a little bit. And support your head maybe onto a blanket or a pillow. And just have a couple of breaths here. And then slowly come up. And then we're going to move into butterfly pose. It's a nice pose to start with. As we just bow forward, we're rounding the spine. And we have this kind of diamond shape. Don't place your feet too far, not too close. Really place them there where you feel, oh, this is actually nice. It's working nice for my knees. It's working nice for my hips. And it's sometimes nice to also support your hips a little bit or your knees by bringing two blocks or books under your knees. Then if you have a nice pillow, you can also maybe support that under your head or under your legs. So just rebel a little bit with the pose. Rounding the spine, really just come forward. And the first sign of the body you feel, you respect, whether that's a physical sign or more of a mental sign. You just respect that sign. You don't go, you don't push yourself through it. You just let yourself hang. Let your shoulders hang. And I already do it naturally, but let's just take a sigh together. Inhale deep and exhale. And feel how this sigh can help you. Can help you to relax a little bit more. So here the mind is not any longer in control, the body is. So try to listen to the body. What is the body telling you? What kind of sensations can you feel? And can you still be aware of your breath? As the bridge from the outer world towards your inner world. You're going to stay here for another 2 minutes. So we're going to find and look for stillness, but that does not mean that you have to stay completely still. Small adjustments can do a lot. But if you have to move very slow. You can place your arms, your hands, wherever you like to place them. But just check in with your shoulders. Are they still relaxed? When you're drifting too much with the mind, a sigh can help you to come back again. So when you feel distracted, just take a deep breath in and exhale. And there you are again, back with the connection with you and you. Okay, let's have 2 more breaths together here. And then very slowly you can come out. So you can feel this really in the inside of the legs or the outside of the hips or the lower back or anywhere actually in the back of your body. And it can, feel a bit stiff now. Slowly come back. And then lean onto your elbows. And then you can place your feet a little bit wider, let's say as wide as the mat. And then just windshield wiper your knees from left to right. Just feel how your body reacts. It's slowly, slowly dropping back to its neutral position. And then slowly we can come up. So the next pose will be a straddle pose, so the legs are going a bit out. Just see how much out you like to bring them. If you have any knee issues or, I don't know, doesn't feel good, then just slightly bending the knees can help, or even contracting the thighs a tiny little bit. But that's only when you have knee issues. What I like to do is always placing some blankets under my knees to feel a bit more support to my knees, as I'm overstretching my knees a little bit. But not so many people have that, so just see how it works for you. For a lot of people it's actually nice maybe to sit on something, because they feel like they're moving backwards, and we actually want to have the gravity working on the body moving forward. So you feel you're moving backwards, then sit onto something. You can sit on blankets, pillows, blocks, books, just be creative. And then we're going to twist towards the right. So we're going to go to the right leg, and then we move forward. And again, just like we did in butterfly pose, we're just rounding and we're softening the shoulders. If you like, you can again support your head with something, but maybe you just like to let your head hang. You can feel it again in this whole area, your buttocks, your lower back, also the inside of the legs again. Just see if you can feel it onto an area. So you don't want to feel any pinchy pain or sharp pain, but if you feel it like a bit like in an area and you feel like a gentle stretch, that's actually what we're looking for. We're going to stay here for another 2 minutes. Maybe you want to give yourself a nice sigh again. Entering this new pose. Straddle to the right. So don't worry too much how it looks like, as in Yin Yoga it's not about the form or how it looks like from the outside world, but it's really about how do you feel in the pose, and can you actually relax in this pose. Ask yourself, how can I possibly relax a little bit more in this pose? Stay present, otherwise use your breath. Okay, let's have one more deep breath here. And then very slowly we come up again. And if you do this for the first time, it's always looking, it's always searching. Where do I want to have my blanket? Where do I want to have my pillow? But really use these props. We're going to go immediately towards the other side. So we're twisting a little bit towards the left now. And from here, we're moving forward. And again, you can feel it also in the back of your legs, the inside, maybe one part of your lower back, upper back, neck. Just feel how your body reacts in this pose. Move slowly, move gentle. And rebel with your body until you feel this kind of sweet spot. And there we stay. So it's very interesting to check in with yourself. What is it actually what I'm feeling? How are my thoughts today? How is my physical body reacting? But also, how is my relationship with my physical body today? And then give yourself a sigh again. Take a deep breath in. And sigh. If you want to make sound, that's also okay. If it's just more like a long exhale, it's completely fine. It's just the breath is there to help you to go even a little bit more deeper in this pose. So we can also reach these deeper layers of the connective tissues in our body. And then we're gonna take one more breath here, and then we move slowly out again. Slowly come out. And then we're gonna go one more time in this straddle pose, but now towards the center. So you can, just like we did in the butterfly pose, go to the center, maybe build a tower to rest your head. Maybe you sit more straight, but just make sure you're not leaning too much backwards. Then sit on something even higher, really lift up your hips. And that can help you to really go. Your feet and your legs are completely relaxed. And maybe it's nice to just have a look at your feet and just to see if they're going inwards or outwards. Yeah, and just notice how your leg turns when it's relaxed. So slowly enter if you're not already there. And here we're gonna stay for about 3 minutes. Just slowing down, really let your body do its work. You don't have to do anything, you can just hang in this pose. Feel if you maybe need to back off a little bit, or maybe after a couple of breaths you can sink even deeper in the pose. But not because you're looking for that, but just because it happens, because your body is telling you that. Softening the eyes, softening the nose, the cheeks, the lips, softening the jaw. And use your breath to come home. And take your last 2 deep breaths in this pose. And then very slowly as you possibly can move, you come out again. And maybe because your legs were quite for some time in a straight position, wide-legged, then you want to maybe really place your hands under your knees and just bring them slowly towards each other. And then we're going to go into the rebound again, which is the same pose we did already, so you can just lean. I also like to call it the beach pose, so you can just close your eyes and pretend you're in your favorite nature place, and then placing the feet as wide as the mat, let the knees come to touch, and then windshield wiper the legs, so you can just move your knees from left to right. And then from here, we're gonna slowly move into child pose. So see if child pose is working for you. You can bring your knees a little bit separate or maybe a little bit more towards each other and anything in between. You can bring your arms to the front, or you can bring your arms alongside your body. So just feel how your child pose is working. And if child pose is not working for you, for your knees or maybe the ankles, then just stay onto your back and bring your knees into the chest. Focusing on the breath again, relaxing the face, relaxing the eyes. And then slowly, slowly from here, everyone can lay down onto the belly. And we move into the pose called swings. You can bring yourself onto your elbows. And this already gives, with a lot of people, a little bit of a compression pain. Not really pain, but it's like a strong sensation in the lower back. And this is what actually we're looking for. So if you feel that, just see if you can stay with it. If it's too much, then just walk your elbows a little bit further away. And I like to sometimes even practice it like this, with my head resting into my hands. And if it's still too much on any time, you can just come lay down onto your belly. But if this is okay, then just stay here. Or some people even like to come a little bit higher, so you can grab your books, or maybe, well, I'm gonna take, let's say I have 2 books here, 2 blocks. You can place one elbow on each of the book. So I'm lifting myself a little bit higher, and the sensation in my lower back increases. So try to really relax your buttock muscles here. If you want, you can also separate your legs a little bit wider. Just change the distance between the feet. And we're also going to stay here for about 2 more minutes. So, into this swings pose. Calming down, relaxing. And give yourself a nice sigh, because it helps you so much to just become present. The sigh can also tell you if you maybe went too far, because if you're really uncomfortable, you cannot really sigh. The exhale would be like, oh, contains a lot of tension. So by checking if you're in the right balance, the sighing can also really help with that. So for people who even wants to feel a little bit more, you can also go into the seal pose, where you're actually straightening the arms. So just choose your option, swings or seal, or just stay wherever you are. And then give yourself one more deep breath in the swings or seal pose if you're there. And then slowly come out and just lay down on your belly. And if you want, you can draw one knee in into the sleeping pose. If you need a little bit more time, then you can stay here, or otherwise just move into child pose. If you were not in child pose already, then this is your moment to move also in a pose of a child. And then very slowly come out of this child pose. And bring your legs to the front. So we're moving into half shoelace. So you're bringing your right foot in. And then you're going to lift up your right leg and bring it all the way over your left leg. And see if you can really bring this leg as far as it goes with you. So maybe it looks a bit different. So see if you can bring the knees a bit close towards each other. So this is half shoelace pose. And you can come forward again. You can again sit onto a book, sit onto a blanket, or maybe place a blanket or a towel under your left knee. If you're at home and you're like, but actually I want to go for a full shoelace, then you have to bend this left knee and bring it all the way backwards and sit in this full shoelace position. This is quite intense for the hips, and the half shoelace is more working onto the left hamstring, the back of your leg. Maybe also a little bit onto the back, but not too much into the hip area. And while we're moving into a full shoelace, this is really working onto the hips. So make your choice, either half shoelace or full shoelace, and then just see if you can move forward again. So what is it what you need? Do you just make it a little bit more for your back of your leg and also a bit more easy for your hips? And then just stay in half shoelace. You're going to stay here for about 3 minutes. So calm down, settle in and relax. Use your breath for that. Relaxing the eyes. See if you can relax your jaws a little bit more. Relaxing the shoulders and just sigh and arrive in your body. Well, let's have 2 more deep breaths here. And then slowly, slowly we go out. So be careful with coming out, just move slowly. And let's just windshield wiper the legs, but this time just we're staying seated. So you can just move your legs, your knees from left to right. You can keep your eyes closed because maybe at this point your whole system is more and more relaxed. And that's very useful for this practice, so really enjoy that. And if not, maybe you can use another sigh. The sigh also helps if you get too sleepy. So when you just really feel too sleepy in this practice, then the sigh can help you to wake yourself up. To really breathe in deep, to like, yes, okay, I'm here again. So in both directions, the sigh can help you. The breath is this control of the energy. So whether you are very tired or very restless, the sigh and the breath can help you to regulate this. Okay, let's go to the other side. So we will move into half shoelace. And the other side, so straighten the right leg. Prop your leg with pillows and blankets if you like. And then see if you can just move forward again. And again, of course, if you did the full shoelace on the other side, you can do the full shoelace also on this side. It's really a different pose. It's really more of the hips. And not so much anymore of the hamstring, so the back of the leg. So also check in what's possible for your body, but also where do you actually need that stretch? Where do you need the opening the most? And then just slowly come into this pose. I use sometimes my own fists as a little pillow, so I can rest my head. Not even because I have pain in my neck, but I feel when I really relax my head, I can relax the rest of my body even more. So are you still here, not too tired, not too restless? Otherwise, use the sigh. Stay present, focusing on the breath, making that connection with your inner world. And also here we take our last deep breath. And then slowly we come out, and again just windshield wiper the legs for a moment. Maybe you like to stay still, that's also fine. And then come lay down onto your back, even with your legs bent, with your legs straight, or maybe you like to bring your knees into the chest and make some nice rocking movements. Maybe you like to stay more still, so you're really slowing down. This very healing yin practice, reaching these deeper layers, not only of the body, but also from the mind, the soul, really diving deep in our whole system, relaxing the nervous system, and releasing any form of stress by fully bring the focus towards the body. And trying to softening the muscles. From here we move just 1 minute into happy baby pose. So bringing the knees towards the chest, opening up the knees and bringing the arms from the inside, from the knees to the direction either towards your ankles, or see if you can hold the outside of your feet. And then pushing the sacrum a bit towards the floor. And then slowly opening up the kneecaps as much as it goes, so the soles of your feet can have a good look towards the ceiling. 1 minute here, breathe. If your sacrum comes up a lot, then it's actually nice to maybe just move this pillow under your sacrum and have a little bit of extra support there. This pose can be quite intense. The sigh can also help you to distract a little bit. So let's make together 3 sighs. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale. And one last time, inhale deep. And then slowly come out, bringing the knees together, and either stay still or rock a little bit from left to right. And then from here we move into a twist. So bring your hips a bit towards the right, and then the knees back towards the chest, and then drop them towards the left. So it's maybe nice to drop your knees onto a pillow, and then bring your shoulder blades back to the floor. Or for some of you, it's maybe nice to have that pillow between the knees, so both legs can relax. So the knees go to the left, both shoulder blades back to the floor. And then maybe adjust your pose a little bit by moving your right arm a bit towards the right or more up. And then see if you can really feel your breath in this pose. You should be able to feel your breath. And then take another last deep breath in this twist. And slowly come back towards the center. And just stay there for a moment. And then slowly you can move the twist towards the other side. So and hips a bit towards the left, knees a bit in, and then drop the knees to the right. But see if you can bring your both shoulder blades a bit back towards the floor. But make it very nice and gentle, and see if you can do maybe a nice stretch somewhere around the spine or the left hip. Maybe a bit of a stretch in your belly. Make it soft. Make it a pose where you can actually really calm down in. Maybe use the pillow again. And we're going to stay in this pose for another 3 minutes. See if you can focus again onto the breath, feeling the belly rising and the belly falling. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the face. Coming home. Also take your last deep breath in this twist towards the right. And slowly come back towards the center. And just stay there for a moment. And then make that small movement your body is really asking for. And before we move into Shavasana. So just maybe give yourself a nice stretch. Make sure you're warm enough. Take that blanket, place the blanket over your body. And then come lay down onto your back into Shavasana. So you're going to stay laying down onto your back. And I'm gonna slowly come back to a seat to be able to read a nice poem for you. So stay onto your back, lay down completely in Shavasana. Maybe another last sigh. The Guest House by Rumi. This being human is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. The dark thought, the shame, the malice. Meet them at the door, laughing, and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Slowly start to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, moving the ankles and the wrist. And then take a deep breath in, reach your arms overhead and give yourself a nice full body stretch. And again, maybe that natural sigh just appears because we're changing the energy. Bringing the knees into the chest, give yourself a nice and well-deserved hug. And turn over towards your favorite side. And for a moment, just go to those things that you really want to leave behind, you want to drop. And then go to that place where you actually want to go. Maybe it's a quality, maybe it's something very solid, and maybe it's just a nice word that gives you energy and power for the rest of the evening or rest of the day. So slowly with that you come up towards a seated meditation pose. So we together finish the class again. Bring both hands together in front of your heart and bow your head towards your heart. Thank yourself here for your practice, for the time you created, the time and energy you created to actually do this practice. So say thank you. Thank you. Lifting up the head, lengthening the spine. And let's finish with one Om. Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you that you joined this class. Really, really nice. I hope you're going to watch more and more classes here like this. I really appreciate all the comments and support I'm getting. So stay healthy, stay happy. See you. Bye-bye.